All right, we're in a brand new account, and I'm going to go ahead and create my first show using Hiro Producer. This is going to be a lead magnet, but it's also going to sell a product on autopilot. So think of it as a lead magnet plus a webinar all in one. And you're going to build it all. It's amazing. Now, I mentioned webinar, but this is not using Russell Brunson's perfect webinar scripts. It has its own special formula based on psychology that is being used by the top speakers across the globe. And we're talking people like Tony Robbins, people that get you standing on the top of your chair, pumping your fist in the air, making you want to buy whatever they're going to sell. So this is really powerful stuff. And if you want to see how good it is, I recommend you go into these samples that we created and take a look at some of the transcripts or listen to the episodes. And you will know this isn't just regular copy. This isn't regular episode words that we're throwing out there. It's not even a real training. It is neuroscience to get your customer to the place where they want to buy from you on autopilot. Well, let me show you how easy this is. It's just amazing. There's no prompts involved. You just answer a few questions. So let me get into it. So the first thing is just going to say, do you have some questions? No, let's go ahead and build this thing. Perfect. Well, everything centers around your offer. So it's going to build everything, the lessons, the stories, the examples, everything around one product that you're selling. Now, I recommend you pick a product that's already converting, that you're already selling, maybe through another on the phone, maybe on ads, maybe just reaching out to people, whatever it is, you're already getting sales with it. If you don't have an offer, it will help you create one, but I recommend you start with one you already have. So now it's going to say, tell me about your offer. So I recommend you just go to a sales page and copy and paste. Now, what I did for this example is I jumped over to Facebook. I picked one of the first ads that popped up in my feed and I opened up their website. And it happens to be this business called Ugly Baby. And I copied everything they have and I just put it in this text file. So this is just their copy from their site. It's their testimonials, examples, pricing. So I'm just going to copy all this and pop on over to producer, put that in, hand it over. Okay, so now it's got all, that's just from Ugly Baby. I'm not associated with them. I just picked a random ad. So it's saying, okay, so your offer is an audit for 99 bucks. Yes, correct. Just wanted to make sure. All right, your offer is locked in. Now, based on your offer, your ideal customer is small business owners. Confirm. Got it. Great. We're locked in. Now, pick your tone. What tone do you want this written in? I love all of them. They're all really good. For this example, I'm going to pick story driven and persuasive. Just going to try it. See what we got. I like trying them all out just to see how different they are because they do produce different quality, or not different quality, different tones. All right. So now this is a mini course. So we're going to have the customer walk away with wins. All right. We're going to have the listener walk away with wins. And here's what it's doing. It's saying, I got a 3-step framework that we built. We're going to walk them through. So they're going to get this little win that's going to set them up so they buy the $99 audit. So here's what it was thinking for the 3 steps. Watch the wins. So look for the wins, chase the hesitation, and bank the receipts. I think it's all right. I'm going to see, can we get something a little different? Give it to me. It's thinking. Doesn't want to repeat. All right, different angle. Kill the mirror, mind the mumbles, ship the fix Friday. Kind of like that. All right, let's go into that. So now that's my 3 steps. Now, you can use those 3 steps elsewhere. All right, it's giving you the cheat code to a lot of stuff in your business right through here. So now it's giving you a name if you need one. You can provide your own, but this name This is your unique system. So if you find a name that you like, you can put a little TM next to it, trademark it, and this is your part of your whole branding. It's giving you a business in a box, practically. Okay, so what do we got? Stranger source founder method. All right, I'm going to ask it to generate a few more. The 10 strangers audit is kind of cool. Convert by Friday. I'm going to write my own. He had something in there that I liked. I'm going to call it fix by Friday system. There we go. Locked in. All right. So now what it's doing is it's going to generate a preview of everything just so you know it's on the right path before you commit and build out the whole thing, because it's a monster of a beast. It's building out a whole show, all the automations, everything. So it's going to create a preview for you first. Okay, it's delivered. Here's the sneak peek. So it's telling you, look, it just wants to make sure we're on the right path. Here's the belief shift that they're going to go through, your listener is going to experience. So they're going to have this stuck identity, like, I can't fix my own site. I'm not technical, whatever things are holding them back from buying your product. So this is what's different than a regular training. This is where the psychology comes in. We have a turning point. So I was never the user, so I never saw it. And then the aha, the new identity. Yeah, I need to buy this thing. Yeah, I need to. This is the answer to my prayers. Now it creates a couple of cover arts for you that are placeholders. You can use them if you want, but you don't need to. Secondly, it gives you an idea based on that offer. So it filled in the offer price. And then the 38% conversion rate, the percent who buy, is based on real numbers. That's the numbers that we are getting from our mini audio course. So we are looking at 38% with our free leads forever. And if we get 500 people to download the show and listen to it, then 38% of those people will buy your $99 thing. So how many people can you share it with? If you can share it with, let's do it. It's super fun to look at how powerful this is. And it's on autopilot. That's the beautiful thing. Now, it's also going to give you a preview of a couple more names. If you want something a little bit more high converting or contrarian, it's going to show you, hey, we got some other things. It's written the first episode, just part of it, so you can get an idea of the copy of what each episode's going to say. Now, it will produce 7 episodes, and I'll break those down for you. The first is the pitch. The pitch isn't your product. The pitch is to get the page visitor to your sales page to say, yeah, I'm going to download this thing and I'm going to listen to it. That's the pitch. So that's what this episode is about. It's free to everybody. Second episode, we're going to go deep into the problem, but the problem isn't so much the problem that is facing the user. It's the problems are often like things they've already tried that don't work. Why things are the way they are. And then we get into the solution. And the solution is that 3-step process that we came up with. That's your unique system. This is how we're going to fix it by Friday. And then 4, we get one more win in. We help them with one more win. And then we pitch our offer. We pitch it in a way that doesn't feel slimy. It doesn't feel horrible. It feels like they're winning a prize. And then we have 3 bonus episodes. And these aren't just regular bonus episodes. These are episodes that are going to push them a little bit more towards booking the call or buying the thing or hitting that buy button in your automations and in your sequences, the emails you send them. These guys are going to buy because we're giving them extra stuff. Now, the other thing we're going to give them is we're going to give them a little DIY kit so they can get the results themselves, but it's harder. Okay. They're going to want to buy your thing because who wouldn't want to spend an extra, I don't know, $50, $100 to get a quicker result. So you see everything. then you say, yeah, let's get going. Let's build it all out. Now, this part's going to take a minute because it's going to do a lot of work. But first, it's going to ask a couple of questions. Now, if you want to see that preview, it's all tidied up in here, a little cheeky showing you. So, all right, let's choose the quick win for your show. So based on what you're selling, you want them to stop guessing why visitors are leaving. Do you want to audit your own homepage, or do you want to get one person outside of your industry to navigate your site? I'm going to pick two. I don't know. We're just going to do this real quick. Okay, great. That's locked in. Now, what's the little kit you're going to give them? Do you have one, or do you want me to whip one up for you? And it's not going to create the actual like spreadsheets or anything like that. It's going to give you ideas. I'm going to say I have one. I have a DIY kit. So I'm going to call it Fix It by Friday DIY kit. There. Okay. So it's going to bake that into the copy. What's in it? So we're going to give it the audit checklist, reach out, copy, and I don't know, scorecards. We'll give them a scorecard. So this is basically the step-by-step so they can audit it themselves rather than hiring us. They're going to realize, holy crap, that's going to take me months or weeks. That's a lot of work. So yeah, I'll reach out to, what was it? Ugly Baby. So let's see. It's got one more question, I think. Got it. Okay. Now it's going to build it out. Now, it's building a lot of stuff right now. So you can go get yourself a cup of tea, go pour yourself a drink, whatever. This is going to take about 5 minutes. And so I'm just going to pause the recording while it builds it out. Okay, it's done. And that took about 5 minutes maybe. And you'll see, so your mini course is ready. Next steps are to review, record, test, and go live. So it has a nice little banner there. You can go ahead and close that if you want. And it gives you everything listed below that you need to review and edit and turn on, and all the little steps in one little place. Let me walk you through this. So it creates some cover art, which you can keep. I am going to go ahead and you can use a light or a dark mode, but I'm going to go ahead. I pulled. Okay, so I'm going to use their cover art. There we go. Let's go through this. So, Your Baby is Ugly is the name. Love it. I'm just going to save that. And I'm going to go into show description, how to find exactly why your website visitors don't buy, and fix it in 1 week without a redesign, a developer, or another round of guessing. Now, this statement right here is very strategically written. So it's talking about how to find exactly why your website visitors don't buy and fix it. So that's the big result. Why don't they buy? And you're going to be able to fix it. You're going to figure both of those out, and it's telling you how long. So what, how long, and very important, without stuff that the listener has probably already tried or hates to do. This is a very powerful statement. So, and you can use that, like you can post it on social media. Who wants to figure out how exactly to fix your website within 1 week? I mean, you'll get so many people raising their hands for it. So we're going to approve that. And then it also writes a welcome email. So it can explain how everything works. You can put your name in there. Well, it defaults it. So I'm done. Now all the show details are done. You can open up the show in the editor, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing for you to do here. The show setup is completely done. All the settings are there, and you don't have to do a thing. So, yeah, you can just go right back into your producer and work on the next thing, which you can do the sales page if you want. But I'm going to pop over here to the episodes because this is really important. We do not create voices for your show. We aren't doing that. You can very well take your script, push it over to 11 Labs, create an AI version of your voice. It'll sound great. We love that. But we don't do that. because we want to encourage you to record it yourself because trust is picked up in the voice. And so if you are inclined to, we even have this one record button. You record it once. Let me show you. It gives you a little monitor. I'm going to slow it down because I'm a slow reader. And then you just hit start recording. And here you go. You changed the headline again last night. Swap the hero image, nudge the button from green to a lightly better green. And then this morning you refresh your analytics like you always do. And the number's sitting there. And the same number was sitting there last Tuesday. Stop. I'm not going to record the whole thing, but there it is. The recording's done. Add it to my show. I'm going to publish this episode. And I'm going to just show you something over here. This takes you right into the edit episode settings. But again, you don't even have to touch this. Everything's already done. If you want to add in any resources or anything like that, fine, go ahead. But really, you don't have to do anything. All the setting is done. So one other important thing, or a couple more. This works on autopilot, okay? It's doing all the selling, all the emails and everything on autopilot. And we set up all the automated events for you. Some of them need an episode audio in order for them to be turned on because they have to turn on at a specific point in your audio episode. But now that I have the welcome episode, I can go ahead and turn that on. And you can see it'll create an email, SMS, and a push notification. If you're not using SMS, you can go ahead and delete that. But you need to go into each one and hit edit and make sure the email that's written is good. Okay? Let's go back. And then I'll just go back into producer. And let's go through the sales page. So they have the title, which I recommend you keep it as the product. And then they write an about. And this is written in HTML. And you can put in a price here. Normally, let's just say $199. I'm going to approve that. Done. Oh, Q&As. This is really good because it will write Q&As that will convert the page visitor into a listener. So I'm just going to approve those. They're really good. And then SEO and caption. Great. Done. Now, I highly recommend that you open the sales page editor and you select the page design. You edit any labels that you want and really polish off that sales page before you go live. The producer doesn't do that for you because that is very much a personal thing based on your own branding. All right. So now we have the automations. Lastly, we have the gifts. So we have a free gift we're going to give the listener. And you need to put in a URL for that. Like, is it on a Google Drive or in a, I don't know, Notion or something like that? Give them the list. And then producer will add that link to the show notes, to the emails, to everywhere it needs to go. Same with your offer. So I'm going to put in, ugly baby. I don't even know if this is sign up. There we go. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. So that's just added it to all the places. Now you'll see up here, there were a couple of things that you need to fix before going live, which are those links. You need to have at least one episode. You really need to do all those. Now, once all of these are done, it'll say ready, and you're ready to hit this phase, which is the testing phase. Add yourself as a listener and just give it a go. See what it sounds like. See what you think. Tweak anything you want to tweak. If you want to look into this, go into this and you're like, well, I'm not sure about this line. Just click this and it'll rewrite it for you. So enjoy. This is a huge, huge win because what it created here, not only is it going to be a sales machine that you can put on autopilot that's just saved you weeks of work. But there's a lot of assets, a lot of copy, a lot of words, a lot of titles that you can reuse in other parts of your business. So I can't wait to see what you create with Echo Producer.